What is up, everybody, and welcome to Everything's Plastic. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series, and this is Vizsla from Star Wars The Clone Wars. You guys know the routine. Let's start by getting a closer look at packaging. So we have an awesome picture of Vizsla on this side. Nothing on this side, nothing on the top, barcodes and all the juicy stuff on the bottom. On the back here, we have pretty much the exact same image, just kind of zoomed in a little bit. And there is a quick little read-up on the back that says, Vizsla was governor of Concordia, a moon of Mandalore. During the Clone Wars, behind closed doors, he led Death Watch, a secret group of commandos seeking control of Mandalore. Ooh, sounds very mysterious and deceiving. So this is number 17 in the Clone Wars wave. And other than that, everybody, nothing else to show you guys with packaging. You see one, you see them all. The sides are different. You know what I'm saying. Alright guys, we'll be right back with Vizsla outside of the package to get a closer look. Yeah. So let's start by getting a closer look at accessories. We have his Mandalorian helmet here, which is pretty cool. I gotta say, I really like this one. I'm not sure what these are. I'm not that far into Clone Wars yet. I know. I'm way behind on all the Star Wars animated series. But that being said, I don't know if it's guns, antenna, whatever the case may be. If it was guns, it'd be kind of weird. But regardless, they are articulated, so they spin all the way around, and same for this side as well, that spins all the way around. Paint application on this one is nice as well. Gunmetal, it's metallic, it's all shiny, and I like shiny things. We have the Darksaber. It's kind of cool, no paint or anything on the handle, just plain black plastic. They do have a little bit of paint around here, well, not around here. I think it's white plastic and paint in the center, which actually looks really cool. I like that. We have two of these blasters that we've seen many times before. Comes with most of the Mandalorian figures, as far as I know. And we have his jetpack, rocket pack, whatever you want to call it. This one's painted in nice metallic gunmetal color as well. We do have some red and white buttons painted on here, or lights, whatever the case may be. And these are articulated. And there's a little rocket on top here, the little missile or rocket comes off as well, so pretty cool. Let's get down to Vizsla. The face sculpt on this one, I like it, man. The hair, not so much. His hair is not even sculpted, it's just basically a bald action figure, just kind of brown paint on the top here. No texture, no nothing, man. It's just very plain. It almost looks like they sprayed a bit of paint on a bald figure. And the same for his beard. His beard is just sprayed on as well. Looks a little bit patchy around here. Yeah, man. Not a fan of hair. Not a fan of beard. The face sculpt itself is nice looking, man. I think they did a good job on the face sculpt. Actually, this one is turned in a little bit. That being said, the detail in the eyes are nice. The eyebrows are nice. The nose is actually sculpted nicely as well. And this little scar here, sculpted in. And his mouth and all that stuff looks good. When we get down to the armor is a nice gunmetal, metallic gunmetal as well. We got some blue paint there. And getting down to the body, his pauldrons or shoulder armor is silver or gunmetal, and that's all painted nicely. I mean, nothing really new with this one. We've seen all these parts before. Get down to the lower body, that all looks good as well. I really love the metallic gunmetal or silver, whatever you want to call it. I think that looks nice. It really pops. And even the holsters for his gun is a nice metallic paint as well. Nothing else to really say about this one. Like I said before, nothing really new with this one. The head sculpt is new. Other than that, the body is the same thing we've seen before. If there is any differences that I'm not picking up on, let me know in the comments below, guys. I'm not the biggest Black Series collector. This is actually my friend Jason's, and he was nice enough to lend me some of his Star Wars figures on a regular basis. I don't really buy Black Series anymore. Very selective with Black Series. So yeah, thanks to Jason for lending me this one. So we had a closer look. We went over accessories. Let's go over articulation. So for his head, it goes back this far, down this far. So good range of motion going down. There's no side to side, and you get a full rotation all the way around. I thought his neck was articulated, but it's not. It's kind of sculpted in to his upper body here. Forward arm, his arm goes up this far, restricted by his shoulder pauldrons. Goes all the way around. Obviously, there's rotation here as well. There's a little swivel here below the bicep, just above the elbow. That spins all the way around. and we have single jointed elbows. That's very restricted as well, but it holds is gauntlet over here. I think it's called a gauntlet anyway, but that spins around. His wrist goes back and forth and all the way around. The one on this side is not articulated, doesn't spin, doesn't move, because there's a little extra holes on the bottom here. So this one only has 2 hoses right here, and this one has 2 hoses and this little piece up here. Be very, very careful when you're kind of moving these around. I can see this kind of snapping off, to be honest with you. Put a lot of pressure on it, and it's definitely going to snap off. So as for the upper body, you get a rotation all the way around. There's no movement. There's no ab crunch. No ball joint up here or anything like that. There's no movement in the waist. For his legs, it only goes out this far, so very, very restricted articulation in his legs. Goes forward this far, back this far, so very, very restricted there as well. We do have a upper thigh cut, do have double jointed knees, single jointed elbows, double jointed knees, and for his ankles, it goes back this far, forward this far, and you get that full rotation out of the rocker. So limited articulation, restricted articulation, whatever you want to call it. Typical Black Series. I think Black Series, unfortunately for us Star Wars fans, I think Black Series is the bottom of the barrel for Hasbro figures. They don't get the love that some of the other lines get, unfortunately. But yeah, not all bad. Still a pretty cool figure. So let's start popping on some accessories. His helmet just kind of pops on. His jetpack, rocket pack pops on as well. And we can put his blasters in the holsters. And we can put that Darksaber in his hand. So there you go. There you have it, all decked out, all his gears on. Looks pretty cool, man. I like it. Alright guys, I forgot to mention about this little clip here. You can take the blade off the Darksaber, and you can kind of just pop this one in here like so. Not sure if it's meant for this figure or if it's meant for another figure, and you know, just typical reuse from Hasbro, but it does work. It does clip in, and it stays there for the most part. So yeah, just figured I'd mention that. So for comparisons, we have the figurized Vegeta model kit, which is a little over 5 inches. We have a McFarlane, which obviously towers over the Black Series figure. McFarlane, obviously 7 inches. We have a G.I. Joe Classified figure, and we can see that the Major Blood towers over Vizsla as well. And let's get one of these short Marvel Legends here. We have my favorite Marvel character. We have Wolverine, and Vizsla is just a tiny bit taller than Wolverine. So very, very small figure for a 6-inch scale. That's pretty much going to wrap up our unboxing and review for the Star Wars The Clone Wars Vizsla. Out of 10, I'm going to give this guy a 7 out of 10. I love the overall appearance, but as far as action figures go, this one is very dated. Typical Hasbro, like I previously mentioned, when it comes to their Star Wars, I think Star Wars line is actually behind most other lines by Hasbro. They just don't get the love, the attention, the updates. They don't spend the money on these Black Series figures. Unfortunately, I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan, you're still going to pick them up regardless of how bad of an actual action figure it is. Yeah, so 7 out of 10 for me, guys. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of my score of 7 out of 10? Let me know what you think of this figure, and let me know what you think of the review. If you like our review, don't forget to hit that like button, and that subscribe button is there as well. If you guys want to support the channel, we do have a channel membership, we do have a Patreon, and all that good stuff. Everything is linked in the description below. As always, my friends, we hope you enjoyed this review, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting, stay safe, go buy some toys.